Let's talk breakfast. What if I told you that one of the most common things you do every single morning might actually be shutting down your body's fat-burning furnace for hours? Yeah, well today, we're gonna fix that. We are diving into how to turn your breakfast into a legit fat-burning engine. I mean, it's a super frustrating thought, right? You're trying to do everything right, you pick your foods carefully, you think about timing, you make your coffee, but what if all those things are sending the exact wrong signals? Telling your body, hey, store this as fat instead of burn this for fuel. But, okay, here's the good news, the really good news. Just by making a few simple tweaks, and I mean simple, to your morning routine, you can crank up your fat burning potential by as much as 40%. And the best part? When you start stacking these strategies, their effects don't just add up, they multiply. So that's what this is all about. We're breaking down 5 super clear, totally actionable rules. These are designed to train your body so that every single choice you make in the morning works for your metabolism, not against it. You ready? Let's jump into rule number 1. First up, rule number 1 is all about timing your meal. And this is a big one. It turns out that when you eat can be just as crucial as what you eat, and it all boils down to your body's internal clock. So, your body runs on this built-in 24-hour clock called the circadian rhythm. This clock is kind of the boss. It dictates everything from when you feel alert to when your metabolism is fired up and burning energy most efficiently. And notice here, your metabolism is naturally at its peak in the morning. That is a massive opportunity we need to take advantage of. Now, the timing is a bit of a delicate balance. If you eat the second you roll out of bed, your sleep hormone, melatonin, is still hanging around. This means your body isn't really ready to handle food yet, and it's more likely to just store it. But on the flip side, if you wait too long, your stress hormone, cortisol, stays high, which signals your body to hang on to fat for dear life. So, where's the sweet spot? For most people, that magic window for breakfast is somewhere between 30 and 90 minutes after waking up. This gives your body just enough time to transition out of sleep mode and get that metabolic engine primed and ready for the day. Okay, so we've nailed the timing. Now let's talk about what's actually on the plate. This brings us to rule number 2, prioritize protein power. Seriously, if there's one thing that is absolutely non-negotiable for a fat-burning breakfast, this is it. You have to get enough high-quality protein. Check this out. This is something called the thermic effect of food. It's really just a fancy way of saying how many calories your body burns simply by digesting. And look at that difference. It's huge. Your body uses up to 30% of the calories from protein just to break it down. That's like getting a free metabolic boost just for choosing protein. But protein has another superpower. It's called the second meal effect. A high-protein breakfast actually helps regulate the hormones that control your appetite and blood sugar for hours. This means when you get to lunch, your body's already primed to handle those calories way more efficiently, which helps prevent those big sugar spikes that lead to fat storage. And just how powerful is this effect? It is staggering. Studies have shown that a high-protein breakfast can slash the blood sugar spike from your next meal by up to 95% compared to a breakfast high in carbs. Think about that for a second. Less fat storage and more stable energy all day long, just from making a better choice in the morning. So what's the target? You want to aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein. And listen, this does not have to be complicated. It could be 3 eggs, a good-sized bowl of Greek yogurt, or even a quick protein smoothie or adding some to your coffee. The key is to just make it a priority. All right, so you've got your protein locked in. Awesome. But what else goes on the plate? That brings us right to rule number 3. Build the perfect plate. Because while protein might be the star of the show, every star needs a great supporting cast, right? The formula here is simple. Step 1, we've covered. Start with that protein. Step 2 is to add in some fiber-rich carbs. Think berries or chia seeds. Fiber slows everything down, keeping you full and your blood sugar stable. Then step 3 is to include healthy fats like avocado or nuts, which give you that long-lasting, slow-burn energy. Now, just as important as what you add is what you subtract. Let's talk about the breakfast enemies. Anything with refined carbs and sugars, cereal, pastries, is gonna spike your insulin and slam the brakes on fat burning. The same goes for those inflammatory seed oils and artificial ingredients. They completely sabotage your efforts. Okay, so what about the big question? What if you'd rather just skip breakfast altogether? Well, that leads us right into rule number 4, the fasting option. And listen, this can be an incredibly powerful tool if you do it the right way. There are really 2 two main approaches here. The most common one is standard intermittent fasting, where you skip breakfast and eat in a later window, say from noon to 8 p.m. But there's also something called early time-restricted eating, where you do eat breakfast, but you finish all your meals much earlier in the day, like by 4 p.m. So what's the takeaway? Well, eating earlier in the day actually syncs your meals up with that circadian rhythm we talked about, taking full advantage of your metabolism's natural morning peak. Get this, studies have shown that when people eat the exact same number of calories, the group that eats earlier in the day loses significantly more body fat. And that brings us to our fifth and final rule. This one is like a powerful amplifier for everything else we've just discussed. It's time to spark your metabolism with some morning movement. This is an absolute game changer. When you exercise in the morning, especially before eating, your body's easy access fuel stores, sugar, are low. This forces it to pull more energy directly from your stored body fat, and the result is you can burn up to 50% more fat over the next 24 hours. Incredible! And you don't need some grueling 2-hour gym session. Not at all. We're talking 10 to 20 minutes of something that gets your heart rate up. A brisk walk, some simple bodyweight exercises, a few short, high-intensity intervals. That is all you need to flip your metabolism into high gear for the day. So there you have it, the 5 essential rules that all work together as a system. You time your meal right, you power it with protein, you build a balanced plate, you consider when to eat or not to eat, and you amplify all of it with morning movement. Each rule builds on the last to create a powerful fat-burning start to your day. Following these rules will completely transform your mornings into a fat-burning powerhouse. But this leads to a critical question, doesn't it? Your morning is now totally optimized, but what happens at night? The decisions you make in the evening are just as important for determining whether your body keeps burning fat while you sleep. But we'll have to explore that next time.